live on a Friday then. It's a creepy Friday. It's a freaky Friday. Whose body did you wake up in? My own. I'm not even sure if I fully woke up. No! Put it down. Sorry. The answer is no. Didn't mean to scream in your face. The answer is no. Sorry. He's mad. Damn it. I broke my headphones this morning and I had to fix them. And then he came out and he's like, can I use your headphones? I just fixed them, bro. Are you really? I got upset. I was in the video this morning. I was already filled with all kinds of energy. Hold on a second. I don't have to be rude. Don't play with them. Put them on and don't play with them. Don't mess with them. Don't try to sit them. Just put them on and leave them on. Thank you. I made a video this morning. I was upset. Fucking Diana popped up on me like before I even lit my first cigarette. And I was like, that set me off. So then I made a video. I was making the video. I fucking jumped up and I dropped my headphones. And so then I deleted the video and I fixed my headphones and I tried to restart the day and was trying to restart the day. In the essence, I looked at it and I was like, I was really upset about it. But everything happens for a reason and it's about to be my birthday month and now I know what to get myself for my birthday. Really? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. And I was already going to get my daughter a pair too. So, what?
They keep coming. I don't know where they're coming from. They're all over my legs.
I don't know, but this is not the time.
I have no idea where they're coming from.
Well, I'm not sure. You wear shorts and you go outside, bro.
I don't, though.
You wear shorts and you go outside.
All I do is stand.
It doesn't matter, bro. I remember being in Oklahoma and they would just eat me. I was just standing out there. A car dropped. And please stop. I don't want to have a conversation with you right now. So rude. You can see I'm doing something and you just want to talk about shit.
Just ask a question.
No, you were about to start a whole conversation.
No, I asked a question.
Obviously the kids are home from school. The energy is raw. It is just raw. I'm like okay, but like I can feel it. Everybody's all raw. I saw this news reporting this morning that I shared in my community page. Oh, did I introduce myself? High Priestess Phoenix, spiritual leader, healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, light worker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American symbol. I am your messenger God, first Charlie God, the divine feminine in the flesh, the dark goddess, Lilith reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, you would have had to seen that in my community page, my last live videos, and my shorts. Going on to it. I had seen this morning that they made the formal announcement that they're cutting all the staff, not just at my building, but all the 3 buildings, all of the 3 shelters. And I had said it, bro. I had said it before. I was like, you guys are they're all gonna lose their fucking jobs at the end of the year. You know what I mean? And that's just, speak it and so shall it be. And it's kind of crazy because I'm like, you can feel it. You know what I mean? They're all doomed. You can feel the doom on people right now. I went out this morning. And I sat down. Dude, as soon as I went out, I didn't even go out early this morning. I woke up a couple times, but I just felt cozy. It was a beautiful, cozy morning, and the kids didn't need to get up, so I just kept staying cozy. Finally go out. And of course, the moment I go out, there's Diana on the elevator. I don't say anything. I'm not talking shit or nothing. I just hold the elevator. And then I cut through to go faster because she's, slow and whatnot. And I go and I sit down. And she fucking rolls up on me, and she's like, can I get a cigarette from you until, like, an hour? And I was like, I took a deep breath and I gave her the cigarette. I was like, look, you're taking my kindness as a weakness. I told you 3 days ago to leave me alone. I have to be nice to you because I'm Christ-like, but I asked you to leave me alone. And she started to talk and I said, I don't want to talk about it. I caught you in too many lies. You're an instigator and you just bother me. I said, leave me alone. And I gave her the cigarette and she went on her way. And then, of course, I was doing all kinds of things, and I just can't help but notice it's already been an hour, and I see her coming out of the fucking building asking Red for a cigarette. It's like, you're a fucking liar. You said in an hour you were going to get your own pack. You didn't even need to say that. You're just always fucking lying. But anyways, I started with that, and I was like, Jesus Christ. I just came out. I didn't even fucking breathe, and I got fucking, you know what I mean, people in my, darkness in my face. I was like, jeez, it's a Friday. And then after that, I broke my headphones. I handled it quite well. I almost wanted to cry, but I was like, no, I can do this. I can fix this. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. You'll have some money tomorrow if it's that serious. And that's where it really was. I was like, geez, okay. It took me, I haven't grounded after that. I put on some music, I smoked a joint, I'm just like wide awake with all this energy. You can see, kind of snapped off like the daughter. I'm like, oh, it's the pop off today, huh? Let me make sure to put my makeup on to match my energy. I'm gonna run around with my fucking staff today, hitting people. my wand, my club. Well, while I was here talking shit and shuffling, a card fell out. What card? Oh my god, the best card. Really? Yeah, my wand. There's my staff. It's not filled with flowers. I'm gonna turn it into a broom and ride that bitch one day. I promised in the beginning that I would break the code. Witches flew on brooms. It was an ointment that they put on them with intentions. So of course they made the brooms out of special, wood, and then they put an ointment. And I was trying to come up with it. It's all of the plants, as I said the other day, are fucking illegal and toxic to sell. You can own them, but you can't just fucking. So you need and that's where it is. It's like it's deep down inside of me. I know the ointment. I know the potion for this shit, so I'm gonna save it. I have this staff here. I call it Noah's staff. Moses' staff, and then I'll turn it into a broom and fly on that bitch one day. But for today, it's just a staff. Right there, you see it? I've been carrying that since my home. Where'd it come from? I don't know. My brother brought it home. He was a tweaker. My spirit said to keep it forever and ever. Really? I don't know. He's a weird guy, dude. Who knows where he brought it from? Current energy, Princess of Wands. I turn to Temperance. That is always where I need to be. So don't lose my shit. It's so funny. I'm like Hades. Like, you seen the cartoon of Hercules? It's like, I'm fine. And then my hair blows into fire. I'm fine. Oh. I told you! We talked all about hell last night. That realm, welcome to hell, blah, blah, blah. Shared all kinds of great stuff. And so make sure you're keeping up with the bullshit. Where are we at? Not in the 9. Alright. The princess represents news and new beginnings. Oh my god. Let me just start there. The last thing I posted, I was listening to Steve's Love Tarot. And he's like 4 minutes. He was 4 minutes and he's like, they're thinking about how they can knock you up. Oh, that's lovely. Is that what you're thinking about, huh? Who the fuck is thinking that? I know that guy. Don't worry, he doesn't have it in him. What the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? That's what I said. I said, if I got pregnant, I wouldn't even fucking tell you. It's my body, my choice. You don't even know until you like the last one. That's what happened with his first baby mama. She fucking took off, dude. She was pregnant and he didn't even know. She came back with a year later with a baby. Coming for child support. She didn't want his heart. She wanted his pocket, bro. She wanted revenge. So sad. Really? Yeah, you didn't learn your lesson, so it might repeat. Just kidding. I'm not that bitch. I don't want it either. Moving on. Yeah, they said that shit. That is that's every man's scariest dream. And, there's dudes out there, dude. That's crazy. You all are crazy. That's what you're thinking about on a Friday? Man, you need better thoughts. Really? Yeah, I shared the fucking video. It's scary. Who knows where that went? If it started, if it starts with those kind of intentions, bro, this can't be good. Anyways, just saying. The Princess of Wands is a free spirit with dynamic passion for life. Right now, you are desperate for a fresh adventure. I'm desperate? I'm not desperate. Adventure is always afoot. So she brings you just what you need. Something amazing is coming that will renew your zest of life. I know, it's a new year. This might be a creative vision, a spiritual insight, a new job. That's what we need, dude. We need, I told you, 5 paychecks. Money. Or a business. Study, a birth, romance, travel, money, or just a whole new phase in your life. It'll make you think and act in a whole new way. I'm in a new direction. I already cut off there's nowhere to go from here. We're going somewhere new. You will need to challenge yourself even if it's a bit scary, because it will be worth it. This might be the biggest adventure of your life. So don't let the opinions of others and your habitual limitations put you off. Hey, bro, I'm about to do it. I shared all kinds of great stuff last night. I laughed so hard. Did you guys see that video or that post? it's all me. And then it's all the man that matches my freak. And I was like, dude. Then it showed this one, it's all my hot witch wife and me doing whatever the hell she says. And he's all laying in a pentagram and she's reading a book. I was like, I need that dude. Very experimental. Let's have some adventures. Let's try something. I have a whole book over here I want to try out on you. Anyways, just playing. I'm having fun. One of the princess's powers is to enable you to leave your fears behind and experience new freedom. It's never too late. It's never too late, bro. The Princess of Wands may signify a new friend or a lover. That'll change your outlook and bring some much-needed fun and excitement. Dude, I need fun and excitement and love. That sounds delicious. Confirmation. Get off my phone. That could be my new job. Is it my new job? I don't know. It's an email. What does this say? Oh, God, it's from Russ. He found me. What happened? I don't know. I signed up for something. Let's see what Russ is talking about on a Friday. Hey, Russ, why didn't you tell anybody that I knew you flew away? Where's Russ? He's in Vietnam. He has 2 announcements on Discord. Well, I don't want to Discord with you. I agree. Whatever you say, Russ. Whatever you say. You'd be finding me. Found you too, butthole. I knew you was on a plane. I just didn't know where you was going. You left your girlfriend at home, huh? Well, that won't end well for either of you. You guys are attached at the dick. Sorry. Love you. Bye. Anyways, let's talk about my new lover. He is bright, young, or young at heart. How young? Free thinker, full of energy, warm, ambitious, adventurous, and well-intentioned. See, he's not trying to have babies. What the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, eventually. What the fuck is wrong with you? I said no. And will open up new possibilities for life. Life will certainly not be boring, and you will not regret the association. Hey, I can't wait to meet you. However, he is fiery and the sparks might fly. They won't put up with jealousy or restrictions of any kind and will leave as soon as they are experienced. He sounds like me. Just kidding, this is me. But we'll say that he exists. Happy thoughts. Reverse meaning indicates procrastination, delays, and dissatisfaction. You feel as though life is passing you by. But instead of seizing opportunities, you make excuses as why the time is not right. Why is today not the good day to destroy your life and start an adventure? In order to have the adventure, you're probably going to have to destroy some things. Hello. I'm seeing fucking Thelma and Louise. I'm seeing the part right when she's pulling out of her house. Dang. They just went for a weekend excursion, bro, and they never came back. They went on to the next life. Despite your outward bravado, you are scared of new things and afraid of failing. I know all of you. So you never start, or if you do, you don't follow through. Because your energy is not channeled in a useful direction, you can get frustrated with, and other people can get frustrated with you. Dude, I'm irritating to people on that. No, because God wants me to follow, go through things just to show that I can go through things. It's not about full completion. And sometimes I do the completion without actually taking the full action in it. So that can be frustrating to people because of the fact is like, well, you said you were doing this. Yeah, I changed my mind. They don't like that. They don't like that. I thought you said that's what I said, but then, my spirit changed. In the essence, you can always change your direction. Otherwise, no, you guys are on a strict schedule. Meatloaf Monday. Hey, Marshall, are you having mom's spaghetti tonight? For someone that hates their mother, you sure love her spaghetti. You made it in honor of your mother? Where did the proceeds go? Such a cunt. The Princess of Wands reverse can also signify a young person who is selfish, aggressive, impatient, disorganized, lazy, and immature, who never has a good word to say about anyone or anything. Or is this me? I could be this. I could be whatever you want. I harness both sides of the cards. I'd be like, I'm in the in-between. That's what I be. All right, adventure. Where's the adventure? Ooh, that's a good shit. What is this? Reaping what you sow. The reaping. The reaping. Pentacles. Pentaclesing. Hey, dude, why are you going to have pentagrams around your house? Because I draw on the 5 elements, and I need those. And that's something that scares people. Why do you have a pentagram? Because of the 5 elements? I'm sorry you don't understand how this works. But I need that energy. I use it. Why are you carrying a cross? Do you work with Jesus? Is he effective in your life to where he, guides you? Shut up. Get out of my face. The traditional concept of this card is cultivation, and it shows that if you work hard and steadily, you will reap the rewards in due course. Don't get impatient and try to rush things. I really was trying to. I forgot today's Friday. Be sure that what you are striving towards is worth it, and as you run the risk of working for the sake of working. You're just doing shit, doing it, and doing it, and doing it. Stop worrying about scarcity or lack of finances. The 7 of Pentacles assures you that you have plenty to go around. I mean it. I mean it, bro. God goes around. He multiplies. This card shows that committed effort is being put into a relationship. I'm not in one. You may be thinking about your future as a couple and have plans that need financial consideration, such as saving to get married or buy a house. Okay, buttholes. We're not doing the traditional marriage butt shit. Because that's butt shit. And we're not doing butt shit. And as far as buying a house, it's not the time to buy a house. Unless we're buying an RV. That makes sense. I'm planting a seed for a home in the future. If you are not in a relationship, this card advises you to be patient in your search for love, as you may have to wait some time before you meet the right person. I'm not really... whatever. I'll see you when I see you. Reverse meaning. Your harvest has been poor. It may be a result of bad management or a lack of experience. I can't wait to hold this one to you. Hold your feet to the fire on this one, fucking Royce. Been sitting around asking you what you've been doing for 3 years. You tried to pretend like you were helping the youth. Let's see where this goes. You share this big, I was the executive producer on this album. Well, the executive producer of the album is responsible for the managerial fucking legwork. So let's see what this album does. Let's see what this album does. How you get this album off the floor. How'd you get this? How you got you're supposed to take...
He dressed up as a dead possum for Halloween. Because it's one of his jokes.
That's funny. A possum? A possum. It was my destiny to cross the road. Obviously, he didn't make it across the road. Damn it. That's funny. Joe Bart dressed up as a possum for Halloween. It's my destiny. It's from Rango. It's a great movie. Cross the road, chicken. Going back to this, it's like you were supposed to take your life experience and everything that you learned and apply it to the younger generation. So this is your failed attempt of doing it. Second failed attempt. The first one, you just put your voice all over somebody's album to try to, boost their fucking, their listening. But it doesn't help. How are you actually investing into somebody else when you didn't even put that much work into yourself, bro? I'm just saying. It's frustrating, but you need to apply yourself more and work harder. And that's what I mean, is you can't expect one of these half-ass fucking workers to teach you how to be successful. This guy is a retired fucking rapper, bro, that may be big in the neighborhood. And there's a bunch of those here in Colorado, bro. They're like my age and older. And they walk around like old heads, but they're just old heads. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Fucking tree used to be next to me and think it was so cool that I was talking. They're just people, bro. Do you want me to introduce you to these losers? These guys that walk around and think that they put Denver on the map. Denver still isn't on the map, losers. You did nothing for the fucking neighborhood. You just fucking, you know what I mean? You just harvest the fucking pickings. That's the same as a Detroit rapper or anybody else that doesn't leave their neighborhood. I said it, and... you can only feed off of the fucking weakness of the fucking people around you. People out here don't hear that shit. We don't resonate with your fucking struggles. Realistically, yeah, because they're not authentic. Realistically. Going back to it. So I just want to say that. It's like, your life is supposed to be, and that's where I have a purpose here, where I can actually take my life and everything I've learned and put it into the next generation to make them wiser. What the fuck are you doing with your life? You're trying to put yourself on still at 30, 40, 50 years old. You still ain't got it figured out, bro. You still ain't broke the code. Marshall's over there still trying to think if he should rap battle fucking Jay-Z. Bro, your guys are fucking old. Bring out, like, seriously, you're just trying to be relevant. Everybody knows when you say some shit like that, then all the fucking, all the feelings get hurt and everybody's got to respond. To what? To Jay-Z, who hasn't made shit in forever, ever, ever, and thinks that just because of his old fucking accomplishments that he's accomplished, that he could keep up with one of our young rappers? He says that shit like he challenges people of his time, but you couldn't fuck with our time, the new time. What time is it? And that's where it is. You guys want to call each other out, the old people, but you can't fade the new people. Ugh. Disgusting. And then you ruin their careers trying to fucking mold them into the fucking wash-up that you are. You're already washed out of the charts, and you want them to think that you've got something to keep them in there. No, they got what you need to keep you relevant in there. Because you ain't relevant. Unless you do a fucking collaboration with a new artist, you're irrelevant. Because you're not new. Now that's on a whole entertainment level, to whoever you are in the entertainment business. But it goes down to the fact of, you know what I mean? Those of you that are working hard for corporations, what are you waiting for? A 25-cent raise in 6 months? You are unhappy with this fucking job, and you're doing it for pennies. Instead of believing in yourself and challenging yourself to put you in a place that makes you happy. You're afraid of change, so you'll sit there with just change in your pocket. Thinking about changing. Never actually doing it. Hawk, I love you. I see no changes. I wake up every morning and I ask myself, is life worth living? Should I bless myself? Alright, Hawk is on the block. Anyways, a relationship is suffering. Oh yeah, let's talk about your fucking, you know what I mean, your flesh slapping relationships. Your mac and cheese. Your fucking hamburger helper, or in Russ's case, the tuna. He caught the big fish. You need to sit down and decide what you want as a couple and put effort into achieving it. What the fuck are you guys going to do as a couple? We're going to raise these kids. Okay, that's what pretty much every other parent does. So what are you doing that's different from every other parent? You're giving more into your children than other people do, or you're giving them better foods and better clothes? What are you doing with your children, bro? Ugh. Moving on! I don't like it. It's fun and negative. What's the outcome? Nothing but good shit. Celebrate good times. Come on. I feel like, I don't know. I'm just not in it. I had a weird crashing into the soul, into the flesh. I need to restart. We need a restart. I went to the 9, 10. The 9 of Cups is about personal achievement. The 10 of Cups is about lasting achievement. Happy relationships with others. I'm happy in no relationship with nobody. Why? I'm just, you have these, like, built-up feelings that things, I don't know. I don't like it. It's like, you kind of want to work things out, or you have these feelings like, I should have tried harder, or I should reach out, or maybe we should, those were those cards that's like, resolve any problems you have. You need to have peace in your relationships. And when I don't have peace, I have to, I find myself having to go out of my way to make contact or resolve or bring peace to the matter. I myself have peace in all matters. I said that yesterday when I posted that. It makes sense to me why every single relationship falls off. As I go through these stages, they're no longer like me. And the real point is I'm no longer like them. As I change, I'm no longer like people, and I tell you this often. So therefore, I can no longer relate to them. And the most awful transparency is I can no longer tolerate them. Already, I don't like people at face value. But as I told her, it's like, I'm trained to be kind to you. to show you respect, to hear you out, to give you a good word, to offer you my services, to give you, the shirt off my back if that's what I feel is right at the time. I am I am a public servant to the public, right? This is this is my duty, right? But the people that approach me, I don't like you. I respect you and I show this and that, and I become, I learn to, relate to you, and I learn to be like you and this and that, and, have, understanding and shit. But as I get past this, it's like I no longer want to deal with you. For all obvious reasons, people. You know what I mean? How long, for those of you that have met me in real life, how long before you sit down next to me and start dumping me with your shit? You're mad that I know everything about you, but how do I know? You come and tell me all your shit. You tell me how fucked up your life is. I tell you a little something something, and then the next week it's how fucked up your life is. It's irritating. Like you're energy harvesters. You're just feeding off of my hopefulness and my, you know what I mean? It's like, no, God needs to get me out of here. Everybody's going to feed off of me, but I get tired of feeding the same motherfuckers that are never full. They're full of shit is what they are. So, going into this is like, I have this peace about it and understanding. It's like, I said it in a video yesterday. It's like, I understood why we connected when we connected. You were exactly what I needed at that time to during my healing journey. So I could really meet a person that was like me and make this bond with a part of me that I had denied. But after I see that part of me and I heal that part of me, it's no longer a part of me that I'm striving to meet outside of me, which is through a person. We come together, misery loves company. So your miserable life aligns with my miserable life. And you can bring your miserable life to me and I can face mine. And I can integrate mine through looking at yours. And while I do such things, I explain to you how to do it, how to change your life. Because it's your life I'm witnessing, but mine I'm healing, right? And so I'm going through this healing process, and I'm reflecting back to you what it takes to change your particular situation and how you think, because I'm doing it for myself at that time. So this is the healing that should be going on between two people that actually happened with me and Morgan, right? It was some disagreements, but she came to the heart to realize that despite what I was saying, I was coming true, and these are real things she had to face. And that's why when I speak with her, it's the same thing. I can come to her in my mindset, and she says, you're being negative. You need to see this differently. And that's where it is we are, positives to each other. Not a positive and a negative, where you're just draining all my energy. A positive and a negative just grounds it. Right? Two negatives have no energy to begin with. So your battery, right? Your car battery, there's a red and there's a black, right? The red is where it's channeling energy. The black is the grounder, right? The negative. So that's where it is. So I'm in these positive, negative, situations, and I'm trying to bring positivity as I'm taking in your negativity, which is your life. I'm facing my own. I'm alchemizing my own while I'm trying to alchemize yours. But after I'm done with the alchemical process of getting over this, what brought us together, there's nothing more that keeps us together, because you're not healed with me. So I must distance myself. I am in a place of peace and understanding of why relationships no longer work. I am in this grateful place of I'm ready for my new relationship. That'll be friends and lovers and this. There's new people that are going to come in and teach me more about myself. We're going to make real connections because these people are really like me, a part of me that either I do or do not know. And we'll make real close connections for that time so that I can, connect with my inner self is what this is. And hopefully we're connecting on the positives and not the negatives. Because anything negative falls off. It's just how it works, you know what I mean? I wasn't going to be able to stay married and go through this. I wasn't going to have a boyfriend that would go through this. None of my friends were going to go through these enormous changes of my personality, my lifestyle with me. Because I kept changing, so they would have just kept trying to stop me. No, you just said, no, but we're supposed to. No, we just got here. No, no, I didn't stop changing. I never stopped changing. And people are trying to, first off, they can't keep up, but they want to stop the process because they don't know what's happening to you. And they don't know, you know what I mean? It really is. It's like we were best friends yesterday. I don't, and that's where she looked stunned at me. I said, I told you 3 days ago to leave me alone. She thought it was just a phase. That I was just, I was just talking out my neck. I was just mad. If I was, I would have came and apologized to you and said I was having, no. If I'm wrong, I will always apologize and try to atone for what it is. But when I set my fuck down, don't try to fucking step on my toes. Because then you're going to catch the fire. It's like, dude, it took me a long time to get to this point and say, we're not clicking anymore. We don't click anymore. Period. There's no, oh, well, let me try to push it in there. No. I no longer see you in the way that I saw you. I no longer think that way. We have nothing in common any fucking more. The only thing we had in common was negativity. None of you are on the positive shit that I be doing. None of you think about life, manifest, do any of the positive. The only thing that brings us together is negativity. When I've alchemized that negativity, then I need to leave. Now, with that being said, I'm in a good place with my family, my friends, and the partner that I chose. I am not upset at Bobby. This is so behavior for him. This is the only thing that surprised me is he kept coming back for so many times in 1 month. But he was actually here in town. I mean, let him leave town. I'll never hear from him again. These are his behaviors. If I forgave it the first time to let it go the second, and I knew it would happen again, and I knew it would happen again, and I knew it would happen again, it's not like it hurts me. I had to love him through these behaviors to be, you know what I mean, for this. So it's not like I didn't know that he'll do this. I hope, but you're always going to disappoint me because this is who you are. And I still love you despite the fact you do this. But I'm in a place now through this experience where I realize, do I really want to do this anymore? I needed to keep doing this to learn my lesson, but I have now. I know what comes from this. Nothing. But my healing. I can find my healing outside of you, dude. And realistically, those were the parts that I needed. Is there something else you're going to teach me about myself, Bobby? No. You're not. And that's just what it is. That's just the way it is. I'm at peace with this, bro. I'm at peace with this because you have to be at peace with people to let them go. And that comes with understanding, forgiveness, compassion, and lots of love. I understand why you do these things. I'm super compassionate about your behaviors and why you act the way you are. I totally forgive you for what you do, and I love you, and I wish you the best. It's just how it is. And that's to my family. I know why you guys are all fucked up. I'm not going to try to change you. The people that that are temporary friends, I know why we were friends. And I know why we can't be friends. And it's all about, I can't change you. But my changed version doesn't align with you. I leave people because I'm changing and they're not. I don't force nobody to change. I can't. That's free will. You can freely do whatever you want with your willpower. That is your wands. That is your fire. You can use your fucking body and push it whatever way you want. All I can do is show you some love and give you some good thoughts and hope that you do the right thing with your willpower in this world. I don't know what you're going to do with yourself. You know what I mean? But naturally, my love for people would like to bring people along on my great adventure called life, where I walk with God and the Spirit, and there's always great things going. But my life, my trust and my belief and my purpose and my path is unbelievable, uncertain, and just flat out scary to people outside of, you know what I mean, the light. So I have full peace about people. I just am at peace with them. I don't have any resentments, and that's what we do on a Friday. Anything that I have built up feelings about, I don't have no built up feelings about Russ. I don't got no built up feelings about Wolfman. I don't got no built up feelings. And if I do, they come to the surface and I bring them right here and I show you how to deal with my feelings and my thoughts that are negative. That's what we do. So I'm in peace with the people of this world at this moment. It is one of the most positive cards in the deck and represents a perfection and satisfaction of human relationships with love and support extending in all directions. What that means is to be in the tree of life and not be there hating on them, but be there just, I can see myself in the tree, where now I can just sit here with peace and watch mankind rather than with disgust. I had to become one to understand them. And there's still those moments. Wait till Monday, you'll disgust me again. But for now, I'm at peace with it. This is the ultimate power of the Suit of Cups, the element of water, joy, and the wonder of life. Reverse denotes relationships gone wrong. I mean, I didn't know where they would go. They went where they went. I don't know. There are family quarrels, broken friendships, breakups, even violence, divorce, or isolation. When I said family quarrels, my brother should be getting released from jail at some time. And I would imagine he'll try to reach out to me. Well, they'll always reach out to the families closer to my children and shit. But it's like, do you have the nerve to come and bother me after you hear the words? She's a priestess. Are you going to come and try to, you know what I mean? Do you have respect for my new life? Because I'm not in a church, they don't get it. If I was in a church, you wouldn't bring this to my door. If they told you I was a priestess, me and my children lived in a convent, in a church, you wouldn't come roll up in your fucking, you know what I mean, in your McLaren. You wouldn't do all this. There's no phones where she lives. Wow, really? Yeah, she gave her life to God. She's a servant. She's a whole high priestess. She does spiritual work with the gods. And she took her children with her. But because I live in this world, you feel like you have free access to me. That I'm just a person that you could call up and be like, hey, what's up? Let me tell you about my family and all my shit and blah, 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 blah. I thought you called to talk to God. I'm the messenger of God. What you want to talk about? I wanted to talk to my sister. Your sister's dead. Please leave a message at the tone. That role that I played for you, I no longer play. That thought, that image that I'm your sister and this is how I act and this is what I do for you and this is who we are as a unit in our childhood and we're bonded and we're this, all that's gone out of my head, bro. All those memories, all that programming that I'm this person and you're that person and this is how we play. What makes us brother and sister? They're roles we played together. You are a stranger in my new life. Are you welcome in my church? Or have you come here to praise God? Or you come to bring your life to my church? Do you understand? And that goes back to my children. You want me to play mommy to an imaginary mommy that I never was, and you kept trying to make me. You said I wasn't a good mom, so you have this version of what mommy was, and you have a version in your head of who I was with you, and you want to project this version of this person onto me. I am aware that I am your mother because I gave birth to you. But as far as any retribution that I owe you for any mistakes that I made in your childhood, you don't get to come to my front door and collect at the church. Well, you were a bad mother before you became a priest, and you owe me for my childhood. I'm sorry, would you like to take that to God? You're not going to put that on me. I'm forgiven for my mistakes, says Jesus Christ in my church. You can't put that on me. I understand that I've wronged you, and I'm sorry for that, and I hope that one day you'll forgive me. But you're not going to persecute me as mom, where this entitlement that, here comes my birthday, mom has to pay for this, mom has to do this. You have this expectation of what mom means, and you put that expectation on me, the priestess. Shall we go on to every other person from my past? Oh, you were my best friend. Really? What made us friends? I'm not your friend anymore. So why are you here? Do you want a new friend? Do you want what we used to be? Because I'm not that person. I don't know you. I'm not going to recreate those memories. I don't do such things. Do you get it? They don't get it. I'm not that person anymore. The role we played, we no longer play. The contract is filled. I will always be your mother, but unless you respect who I am as a person, then you'll never have a mother. Because if a mother is only to provide and do what, those physical things, that's all you want from me, then you're asking for, you know what I mean? You're not asking for an emotional closeness or a relationship. You're asking for retribution and payment for your life. That goes back to my father. My brother hates him, and I was pretty upset too, because he didn't play the role of father. In my head, he had a job. He was supposed to be a certain person to me. He was supposed to fulfill certain roles. He was supposed to act certain ways. He was supposed to do certain things. I learned during my awakening that that's not what he was. It's just a name that's given to him because he had sex with my mother and I was created. Because of that, that didn't mean that he had to fulfill those roles. We put that role on him, and he didn't find it to be important. So if he wasn't my father, then what was he? Could I be something else with this man if he didn't fulfill those roles? So then what was he? My mechanic. He was my mechanic. And he was a fucking terrible mechanic. No, he did great work, but he overcharged like every mechanic does. I accepted him as not my father, but as the skills he did have in this world, which was a master mechanic. I didn't ask him to play father. I asked him to be what he naturally was for me. And I got to see how he naturally is not a good, rips people off, as all mechanics do. But that's really what it is. It's like, do you want me to be a role, and if I'm not that role, then you want nothing to do with me, then roll out. They put this expectation, they put a title on you, and you're supposed to live up to it. I'm somebody's auntie. What does that mean? What's the responsibilities, requirements, and duties that come with being this child's aunt? There's a certain moral code that comes to your sister's children and you. Who was that? Who placed that contract upon you? This goes back to what I shared last night. Me looking at people taking their matrix roles too serious in the matrix. I'm not my daughter's friend. I'm fulfilling my role as a mother the best I can here. Right? And that's what pisses them off, because I'm a better mother to my older children, right? To my youngest children. And I get better with experience. Everybody does, right? I know my role and I play it well with them. But at that time, it's like, understand that you can't expect me to be super mom. I don't know who this woman is that you think that I am, but I'm not. I'm this mother. You don't have another one. I'm doing my best. This is what I was called to do for you. And that's just kind of it, is you guys hold these people to, that's my boyfriend, so he's supposed to do this and this and this and this. Do every boyfriend does that? Or just for you because you're so motherfucking entitled? Who taught you that? Who said that's what a boyfriend does? You created these rules and structures, and this goes back to marriage. She's my wife. What does that mean? My wife? Meaning you own me? What do you own about me? My love? That's all that means. You have the highest level of love, the highest honor of my love. Doesn't mean anything else. You guys take it too far. So I'm at peace with this because I don't look at these people like, you failed me in these roles. I release them of the roles as I release myself of these roles. Some people are like, I can see that cup, number one grandma. And all right, let's line up all the grandmas. Come on, let's line up all the grandparents and see who's the best grandpa. Come on, Marshall. Are you the best grandpa and opposed to all the other grandparents that are raising their children's children because they're in jail or died? That makes you a better grandpa? What makes you the number one grandpa? It's just a fucking role. Do your best. But there's no rules to it. You can't be the best. All it is a position in someone's life that means a lot to them. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't the best mother to my children, my oldest children, I'm nothing. Because that's the only role I was given in their life. I could only be their mother. And if I wasn't a good mother, then I'm not nothing to them. They can't see me as a woman, as a person, as a teacher, as a worker, as anything but their mother. Because that's what the roles we were given. And when they look at me, all they see is their pain of their childhood. And my daughter started to forgive it, but what the fuck did I know? I was 16 years old right there. 16, bro. I had my daughter right after, bro, 2 weeks before my 18th birthday. 18 months. They were right back to back. I was 2 kids at 18 years old with no fucking education, living with a man in Mexico that sold drugs. I was off to a great start. Real great start. I didn't know what I was doing. Then you look at my mother, who was also doing drugs and couldn't keep a roof over my head. I didn't know how to do things. And they're so mad about that. And it's unforgivable. But yet, their deadbeat fucking drunk, washed up fucking, dad shares a room with their brother. And it's like, forgiveness is given to those that they choose and whatever. Like, they can forgive him for not being a father, just being there was enough. They can't forgive me for, and that's where it is. It's like, okay, well, you hold on to that unforgiveness and be very unhappy the rest of your life. I cannot deal with the guilt of this for the rest of my life. I fully understand when I look at you, my mistakes, and how much they've hurt you. But I can't look at you and you make me feel bad for something I cannot change. And most of it, I don't even know I did. And that's where it is. You want justice. You want people to take accountability for what they fucking did, and you want them to fucking pay for what they did. The fact that I can't even remember it really fucking kills them. And the fact that they can't make me hurt like they do really kills them. Don't act like I don't hurt. I hurt for all different reasons. You want me to keep hurting about how I failed you as kids. I was a kid. At that moment, I could say how everybody was failing us. We were both kids. We were 15 years old. Our parents failed us, and we didn't know what we were doing. So I left you with people that did. God. Anyways, going back to it, and that's like, I have so much family here in Colorado. So much family. All of them, this is their birthday time, dude. My mom's was the 29th. Shauna's was the 27th. Then there was James. They all had it was the best time in my family was for, this time. And it's like, no, I could walk down the street and never even talk to them. I'm not that person. And you're not that person. And we're not those people. You are, because you still keep that idea in your head. I've taken off those ideas, bro. Be the best that you can be, I suppose, if that's how you believe. And as I say this, I see Bobby's fucking bio. It says husband, father, something, American. Like it's just basic. This is his identity, is the roles he plays for other people. He's a good person if I don't even want to get into it. The reverse card denotes relationships going wrong, blah, blah, blah. Take some time to consider a situation. Weigh up what you want and what you don't want, but recognize the part you played in what happened. And that's where it really is like, you have to take atonement. And it's like, when you go and apologize, people think that this is a way to open the door wide open. I'm not opening the door. I'm closing it fully. I'm not opening a door through forgiveness. I'm closing it through forgiveness. I don't want to rehash any of this. I don't want to remember, why I had to walk away. I don't need that. All I need to know is that I walked away for the right reasons and not because, I couldn't stand you or you hurt me or you did the wrong things or, that I walked away in love because it was the right thing to do and our time had ended. And when you have no attachments, you're ready for more. It's like, I'm sailing on the boat all by myself, but I'm going to meet new people in the new land I go. And they're going to love me. Some may not, but I'll make new connections. I know how this works. It's the same as moving into a new town. It's not like you're not going to meet new people right away. You'll meet new people in a new place. You'll make new friends. There'll be new people that'll be attracted to you. That's my daughter. She goes out there, she's the fresh meat. All the guys are talking to her right away. Like, oh, did you see the new girl? Like, oh. And then there's the people that are like, ugh, did you see the new girl? That's it. A whole new world. It's all good. Or it's not. And it's all, realistically, it's all in your power. We pulled the wands, we pulled the pentacles, we pulled the cups. What's in your mind? Oh, I dropped it on the floor. Hold on. I'll see if it has anything to do with your mind. No. It's about taking that journey, though. If you want to change your life, you have to change your life, dude. And it's literally physically changing your life, bro. It's not like just sitting there hoping that it's going to change. It's making really, they could be baby steps that make huge changes. Or they could be big-ass leaps that change everything. When I lost my house, bro, it changed everything. There was no going back. It was hard. It was hard. Trust me, it was hard to have lost everything that I worked so hard. It took me so much. I worked so hard to get every piece of everything. I remember buying every piece. Nobody helped me, bro. That whole house, everything about it. Sometimes I still think about how they took all my shit. Every piece, I put a lot of pride and hard work and tears into every piece of that life that I created for myself. But I trusted God, and I still do. And though it hasn't fully materialized yet, I know it is. And it took about 3 years of learning, not because I couldn't. Everywhere I went, I wanted to just rebuild, get a house and a job. I didn't have the right intentions when I was doing that. I knew that's what I needed to do, but I didn't have the right heart about it. Now, look at my change. I'm taking a different house and a different and searching for a different type of job. It's it's not necessarily what you're going after, but it's your approach. You have to keep changing your approach. And that's it. When I finally stopped going after the house and the job, I got a house and I've had many jobs. And I was able to do better at my job. And that's really what it is it's like when you stop chasing, you start, understanding what you were chasing and start receiving it, or stop chasing it. Go in a totally different direction. They're called midlife crises, where people just change the direction of their life. They make bold, unbelievable changes to their life. It can happen at any time. I do them quite often. And that's what makes life so thrilling is, you are going in a direction. What makes a person stop? They have a change of heart. And that's what you guys don't understand is like, you see me going in one direction and then all of a sudden I change and you're like, whoa, she's shifty. No, dude, I seen where this road was going to go and I don't need to go down it anymore. You'll keep going there until you learn the lesson. It's like, oh, I know where this goes. I can see what's around the corner. It's that guy. Let me make a left right now. Some of you don't. And some of you are waiting for that. You're waiting for that same thing to come back around. I was. I knew every time I messed up with Bobby, I'd be like, oh, God, he'll be back. We'll face this again. There's no mistakes in this. I'll face you again. Realistically, it's like, oh, we'll have to keep going around this until we face it. And then when it's gone, it's like you don't go around now. There's like an open doorway to go somewhere else with your life. And that's what you're trying to do is, you know what I mean, go somewhere else with your life, aren't you? Are you where you're supposed to be till you die? Are you content with dying in the place that you are right now? You're cool with your relationship, you're cool with your job, you're cool with your house, you're cool? You're cool like that? What are you doing over here? Go teach somebody else how to be happy. Realistically. Hey, I love you. Happy Halloween. We'll probably do another reading later. I don't know. It's time to wash up and change up. Switch up. Love yous. Laters. Bye-bye now.